What if I told you monsters once walked the earth? So terrifying, so massive, and so unstoppable that today's predators wouldn't even stand a chance. These weren't creatures from science fiction. They were real. Flesh and bone nightmares that roamed the skies, ruled the oceans, and stalked the land. From giant scorpions to sharks the size of buses, these are the 24 deadliest animals you'll be glad to know are extinct. Andrewsarchus. Imagine a creature that looked like a wolf, but the size of a rhinoceros. Andrewsarchus was just that. A predator with crushing jaws and an appetite to match. Scientists believe it could easily tear through bone and had no natural enemies in its time. Two, Titanis, the terror bird for raptors. Titanis was a 10-foot-tall, flightless bird with a beak like a battle axe. It ran at high speeds and used its skull-cracking jaws to hunt prey, including mammals. If this bird were still alive, jogging through the woods would be a death wish. 3. Short-faced bear. Standing 12 feet tall on its hind legs, the short-faced bear was fast, massive, and absolutely terrifying. Unlike today's bears, it wasn't just a scavenger. It actively hunted prey, including early humans. This thing could chase you down and crush you in one swipe. 4. Giant ground sloth. Don't let the name fool you. This prehistoric sloth stood over 20 feet tall and had claws longer than kitchen knives. While it was mostly herbivorous, it could easily take down threats or defend itself violently. And with that size, you wouldn't stand a chance if it felt threatened. But the terror didn't stop on land. The skies had their own monsters. Femte Argentavis, wingspan. Over 20 feet, weight. As much as a man. This bird was so big it probably needed cliffs just to take off. Argentavis could snatch prey mid-air or from the ground. And it may have even preyed on small humans. 6. Quetzalcoatlus. The largest flying animal to ever exist. It stood as tall as a giraffe. And had a wingspan of nearly 40 feet. Scientists believe it could swallow a human child whole, and possibly even hunted like a stork, snatching anything it could in its massive beak. 7. Haast's eagle. Native to New Zealand, this eagle didn't just hunt birds. It hunted people. Maori legends tell of giant birds that swooped down and carried off children. Turns out, those weren't just stories. Haast's eagle was real and deadly. 8. Meganeura, a dragonfly with a wingspan over 2 feet. Think about that. Buzzing through the air, landing on your shoulder. In its time, it was one of the top predators. Eating other insects, amphibians, and anything small enough to grasp with its clawed legs. But what if you tried to escape these creatures by heading for the water? Bad idea. 9. Dunkleosteus. This armored fish looked like something out of a nightmare. It didn't have teeth. It had sharpened bone plates that acted like a giant guillotine. Its bite was powerful enough to crush bone instantly, and it ate other sharks for breakfast. 10. Megalodon. The undisputed heavyweight of the ocean. At over 60 feet long and 60 tons, Megalodon was the size of a bus with teeth as big as your hand. Its bite force is estimated to be the strongest in history. You wouldn't even see it coming before it snapped you in half. 11th, Mosasaurus. If you've seen Jurassic World, you've seen Mosasaurus. This marine reptile grew up to 50 feet long and was the apex predator of its time. It even ate sharks. Fast, powerful, and cunning. It was the ocean's true ruler. 12th, Leedsichthys. While not a predator, its sheer size earns it a spot. Leedsichthys was the largest fish ever discovered, over 50 feet long. If you encountered one today while diving, the sheer presence alone could send you into a panic. Think land was scary? The water was worse. but nothing prepares you for the bugs. 13th, Pulmonoscorpius. A scorpion the size of a small dog. Yes, you read that right. At over 3 feet long, this prehistoric nightmare had venomous pincers. And could easily have killed early amphibians. Or terrified anyone foolish enough to get near it. Fourteenth, Arthropleura. An 8-foot-long millipede. It's the largest arthropod to ever walk on land. It likely wasn't venomous, but if it crawled across your foot, you'd wish you were anywhere else. And its sheer size was enough to crush small animals beneath it. 15th, Jaekelopterus. A sea scorpion bigger than most adult humans. Over 8 feet long. Its pincers were strong enough to pierce armor. These creatures were agile, aggressive, and ruled the shallows with a terrifying presence. (16) Meganeuropsis. Another oversized insect, this one a distant cousin of modern dragonflies with a 28-inch wingspan. If one of these flew into your house, it'd be game over. In its day, it ruled the prehistoric skies. Still, think dinosaurs were the only killers. These next predators were designed for destruction. 17th, saber-toothed cat, Smilodon. With 12-inch fangs, the saber-toothed cat was a precision killer. It didn't just chase prey. It ambushed and finished them in seconds. Its jaws were built to tear through flesh like butter. If it stalked you, it was already too late. 18. Spinosaurus. The largest carnivorous dinosaur ever discovered. Bigger than T-Rex, it could swim. Hunt in rivers, and snap prey in half with its crocodile-like jaw. Basically, a hybrid of dinosaur and sea monster. Nineteenth, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You knew this was coming. The T-Rex had 12-inch teeth, bone-shattering jaws, and enough power to rip through armored prey. But what's worse, it likely hunted in packs. One was bad. 3? Game over. 20. Gorgonopsid. Predating the dinosaurs, this ancient predator had saber-like fangs and a skull structure built for crushing bones. It was one of the first animals on Earth to evolve into a full-time killer. But not all killers looked deadly. Some were quiet. Underestimated. And even more dangerous. 21. Helicoprion. At first glance, it looks fake. A shark with a circular saw in its mouth. But Helicoprion was real. Its bizarre spiral jaw could slice prey in a way no other creature could. Scientists still don't fully understand how it worked, but its victims never had time to figure it out. 22. Thylacoleo, the marsupial lion. This Australian predator looked like a big wombat, but hunted like a lion. It had bone-crunching jaws and claws made for tearing flesh. It hunted from trees and could take down animals larger than itself. Including humans. 23rd. Sarcosuchus. Known as the supercroc, Sarcosuchus was over 40 feet long. That's twice the size of today's saltwater crocs. It likely hunted dinosaurs and had a jaw so powerful it could crush armored prey with ease. '24. Basilosaurus. Don't let the name fool you. This wasn't a lizard, but a monstrous ancestor of whales. Basilosaurus stretched up to 60 feet and had terrifying jaws filled with razor teeth. It was a top predator in the ancient oceans and devoured anything in its path. We often think of extinction as a tragedy, but sometimes it's a blessing. These creatures weren't just big, they were built for destruction. Had they survived into modern times, humans might have never made it to the top of the food chain. So here's the question. If one of these monsters could return, which one would scare you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying creatures from Earth's forgotten past.